I'm standing on the street in some kind of city. There's a lot of people surrounding me.
Oh, very good. And I just want you to look at yourself. Are you male or female?
Female.
How old are you?
20, 25 something.
Oh, very good. Do you feel nice and healthy?
Yes, but I feel angry. A little bit angry.
What are you wearing?
I think it's some kind of old military clothes, but...
Oh, very good. And do you have anything with you? Do you have any signs or...
Yeah, I have a sign in my hand.
I knew that. What does your sign say?
Yeah, I have to translate it. It says, we want our rights back. We don't want to stand for this.
And how many people are there, and where are you? What are you standing in front of?
We're walking up a big street, and there are thousands of people behind me and in front of me now. Really big protest.
And what part of the country or the world are you in?
I think I'm in UK because they're talking British around me.
Oh, very good. And by anything that you look at, can you tell what year it is?
1936.
Oh, very good. And where is this crowd headed?
We're heading to the government house.
Oh, understood. And
Yeah,
is
we
there
got
anyone?
tired of them using us almost as slaves.
Is there anyone in your immediate area that you know and that is there with you?
And there's a lady by my side, I recognize her. I think that is Maya's sister Chandra.
Oh, very good. And I want you to ask Sharon, what is this place? What's going on? She'll tell you.
Oh, we are in Stockholm, not in England. We're protesting against the social inequality and all of that things that we don't have the power of our own life.
And does she recognize you to be Lars and know what you're doing with Hank?
Yeah, she's nodded her head.
Oh, very good. And why are you being shown this particular place?
Because this is exactly what you're doing now, in a different way. You protest against all unfair treatment of humanity. You're trying to open people's eyes to what is important, and you have done this lifetime after lifetime after lifetime.
Oh, very good. And as where you are now, does it get this bad again in your linear expression as Lars?
No, not in this way, because it changed all of the way the government treated us. We are not longer slaves to the system. We are breaking free, and that even cost some lives. There were military shooting into the crowd in an earlier rally we had.
Oh, very good. And is there anything of particular importance besides the information that she has just given you that you need to have to take with you from this particular session that we do today?
She said, I show you this just to make you understand that you are on the same path that you have been in many lifetimes, and you're still walking that path, and you are on the right direction with your contract.
Excellent. And tell her you are very appreciative for this opportunity.
Yes.
And knowing that she's an incredible navigator, I'd like for you to ask her, can she take you, please, into the year 2020 and beyond in our linear expression now to give us an idea of what the shift and what the planet will be like after?
Sure. She asked me to step into a car.
Oh, very good. We had a few short questions that we had a desire to ask about while we were here, and obviously she already knows, and we're very appreciative. And so, any year beyond 2020, she's the incredible navigator. Let her take. You will be there in the count of. Well, actually, just let me tell you. Just tell me what she does. I won't even let her.
She's sitting in the driver's seat on the car, and she asked me, "Sir, what do you want to go? Where do you want to go?"
Tell her
and I said, beyond 2020.
And
no problem.
Oh, man. Very, very good. And tell her preferably beyond the shift.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. And tell me what happens.
We just take off, and we just now traveling in a total white light.
Beautiful.
But I'm still sitting in a very comfortable car seat. Strange. Yeah, we off. I asked her, where are you taking me? Wherever you want, she says. And I want to go beyond the shift, the transition to next level.
To 5D Earth, and your linear expression is Lars and is Hank.
Yes. I know, she says.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
We are stopping now, and we're stepping out in this light. It's a very intensive light, not hurtful in any way, but energetic light.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And it's almost shifting between white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Nice.
Now we're standing in front of some kind of building.
And do you mind to ask her what is the name of the building you're in front of, or what is the place?
We are going to the conference room to meet the council.
Oh, to a conference room. Excellent.
Yeah.
And what part of the world are you in? Do you know?
I don't think I'm on the Earth anymore. I'm not sure.
Okay, very good.
I asked her, but she only said that we are there you wanted to be. Okay. She took me into this big oak double door, and there is a big hall, and there is 2 stairs going up, one big landing up there, and we're going up the stairs, and there's a sign conference room, so we step in there. She presents me, and there's a lot of people in there looking at me, and It seems like they were waiting for me.
Very good. And what do the people look like?
They very different kind of entities. They are some extraterrestrials, there are humans, there are, it looked like a bird.
An avian,
some,
huh?
Maybe, and some almost look like a cat in the face with, yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, she's really beautiful.
How many are there?
I think there must be at least 50 or more.
Oh, very good. And you said they were waiting for you. So is there a place for you to...
Yes, there's a seat reserved for me in the end of a long oval table with a big glass surface.
Excellent.
And there is built-in screen into that surface. It's not built in, it just projects on the glass.
We've been to this place before, haven't we?
I've seen this table before, yes. It's just like we communicate, because we talk so many different languages, we communicate by telepathic, so we can understand each other. We also talk about different issues, and that is showing up on the screen in front of us, so we are able to perceive what the others are talking about. Because we haven't been all over the universe, all of us, everywhere, so to speak, so we have to have some reference points to understand it.
Understood. Is Hank in there at this gathering?
Yeah, you're sitting waving at me.
I'm sitting where?
You're sitting on the side and you're waving at me.
Oh, okay.
You're looking exactly the same as now.
Okay.
But you're shining, you're really beaming out energy and light. Excellent. And all do, in different colors and in different frequencies. It's beautiful. It's almost like a display going on.
Is it possible for me to come closer to you?
Yeah, my next neighbor has said I can change place.
Oh, very good. I'd like us to have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, you're next to me now.
Oh, very good.
Shanda is with me on the other side, so she's saying, I'm your healer, so I have to keep on working on you, but you will not be disturbed.
Oh, very good. And Shanda, thank you so much. Chandra, thank you so much.
You're welcome, she said.
And I'd just like you to ask myself, what year is this, please?
Well, 2046.
And had I already, what year, if you can just say what year or around what year did the actual shift take place?
In the fall it took place 2021. But it had started much earlier and going on in steps, because there was many dragging behind that was meant to go with us. So it took some time to convince people to get rid of their fears.
And after 2021, did you as Lars stay physically manifest on the planet?
I did for a while.
And then, are you there in 2046, or had you already decided to move on to somewhere else?
I'm off to somewhere else, yes, but I'm here in spiritual form, not in a body form.
Oh, very good. And I know you don't want to know when that happens, do you?
I already know.
Okay, very good. And when did Hank, how was he there? How long did he stay after the shift?
You, as an earthbound entity, are still in 2046, still Hank. A little bit older, a little bit wiser, but you're coming and going in different dimensions because you have so easily to leave your body, go out of your body and travel. You have done that for a long time now. You don't want to drag your body with you. You leave it and then you come back to it again.
So what do I look like? What is I was told before my hair was long and white and in a ponytail.
You have, you have white hair, but it's not that long. I can't turn around. I don't see a ponytail. Maybe you have done some haircut or something.
Tell me to turn around. Let me see your hair.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's long. It's almost down to your shoulder, but I see no ponytail, so maybe you didn't do that today.
Understood.
Yeah. But it's really nice. It frames your face so nice.
Very good. So it's 2046, and this council or this group of entities that are here, what is the name of this organization?
It's just a society put together to decide how to manifest different technology into the reality of the fifth dimension. Because that has been done for many years, but we always have to balance it when it's ready to come in and to be used in the right way. It's very important.
Very good.
They discuss.
When people decide to incarnate into physicality, especially on the earth, either third dimensionally or fifth dimensionally, I understand that, it's a choice, and they set up particular things that they'd like to accomplish. But in the decision making, are there other councils and people who come together to help with the decision of each individual, or how does that play out, please? If I think
yes,
I know.
that is taking place in a different way now, because now this year, 2046, you can not longer reincarnate into a third dimension, not in this reality, not on this planet. So you come into this fifth dimension reality, and you come in with a different purpose now that are more onto the collective. You don't longer need to do a personal journey in that dimension, in this dimension of fifth dimension.
Did you say I apologize. Did you say a virtual journey?
No, a personal.
Oh, personal. Understood. Very good.
You don't have to come into a density that you are getting more experience and live over things that you needed to know, because you have access to all of that knowledge now.
Understood.
So it's more, you decide to come in and do a journey with all of these new happenings and realities that's going on now, to be a part of that for the best of the collective. So it's a little bit different, but when you were back in the third dimension, where you did a personal journey, a little more, and then now.
Understood. Then how many people actually made it who still have physical bodies on the planet at that time? They're in 2046. How many who were here before 2021, when the shift actually occurred, the mass shift, how many are still manifest on the planet from that time? With me
that being... Almost still a little bit over 80% decided to do the shift in the end. So, but it's not all taking place 2021. It will go on from 2016, 17, 18 and so on in shifts. But almost 75% decided to go with us. The others, some decided to go further to another reality, another dimension, and doing other work. And some were not ready to shift, so they were helped to get some healing, because they were, excuse the expression, they were fucked up by the system and their environment they were living in, so they needed help. And many of them coming here now from that place, but they also decide to go elsewhere in the universe, because we are needed everywhere and going to be so forever. So there is nothing that is perfect in any linear time, or it's always an opportunity to develop. But we are closer and closer to the source energy, and that connection, and that's getting firmer and firmer. But we are not ever fully learned or fully. We cannot fully express the total of our soul purpose, because then it would be no meaning for you to exist anymore as a soul either.
Understood. And you're getting this information from Hank, correct?
Hank, yes. And,
okay.
And the others filling in with sending images and words into my head also. They participate in this.
Okay, very good. The reason why I'm asking was several times, two times I've been told that after the shift happened that I went directly to the seventh dimension. I guess that I left my body and decided not to, you know what I mean? So I was just curious.
Yeah, that was exactly what you was. You were curious. You still wanted to stay after the shift had happened, because you see that so much wonderful thing is happening to the humanity, so you wanted to be a part of that. So you stay here, but you have the ability to travel wherever you want, so you are on and off all the time. And sometimes we're going together, doing work together, and sometimes we have different paths and agendas.
Excellent. And so say for instance, now we have a fifth dimensional Earth. So other entities that weren't physically incarnated on the Earth before the actual shift, when they can come and visit, but they're sort of coming in a holographic form where they can just be seen and heard and have communications with, but they're not able to actually condense their energy into mass to form a body to actually do things, physical things.
Many of our star sisters and brothers are able to come into this fifth dimension in a fully manifested form. So they are showing up because we are not longer afraid of them, because we know what the purpose and then intention is for us. So that fear is long gone now, not lingering here anymore.
And how easy is it to be a higher vibrational entity, to lower your vibration to 5D to have a physical form? Is that commonplace?
Depends on where your soul originated from the beginning. And if you came from a higher frequency from the beginning, so to speak, because there is no beginning and there is no end. But
absolutely,
if you come in from the 15, 16, 17, 18 dimension, it's really easy for you to transcend or descend to a lower frequency. But it's not always that easy if you're vibrating very high to manifest physically, to be able to touch or have this interaction with. You're still a form of, not a hologram, but you're not fully manifested.
Understood.
You're more in an energetic form. But we can the fifth dimension people can see you and interact with you.
And more than likely, when they lower their vibration to have this type of interaction, they can come and go, pretty much.
Yeah. They can be off in a second.
Oh, very good. And now that...
and you do that also many times. Push. I'm off, and then you go.
And so, which is amazing. And so now, oh my God, you threw me off when you said I did that. So you said,
and you're still a very wanted teacher from many different realms, from many different areas in the universe. You're appreciated teacher, and you're also appreciated practitioner in different healing techniques. You're still doing that. And they invite you. They send, not an email, but I can say email to you. Can you come over here to the 8th dimension? We have a planet here that needs some healing, and you're off. Yeah.
Oh, very good. And so after the shift, those who have passed on before the actual shift, say such as our grandmothers and ancestors or whatever have you, those who are now higher vibrational entities, they can, and if their vibration is of the proper vibration, they can now actually, they now manifest on fifth dimensional Earth to just communicate and, to have fellowship as opposed to like really making bodies or something like that. But is that possible now to have access to those who have passed on?
It depends a little about where they've gone off in the afterlife, so to say, because they can be in different frequencies, in different areas. So for some of them it's easy to manifest, yes, they can do and have a physical interaction again. You can hug your old friends. But some of them have gone off in another direction, depending on what interested and developed during this afterlife time. If we can express it like that. We do that because it's easy for you to understand that. When you pass over, you're first healing a little bit, and then you're developing interest area, as you did on the planet when you were manifesting. You're interested in music, science, or whatever, and to do this different area, you have to travel to many different dimensions. And if you're in a higher frequency in the afterlife, it's harder for you to manifest into the fifth dimension, but it's possible, yes.
Oh, very good. Very, very good. Amazing information. And 2046 is pretty deep into the shift. What type of, the technology.
It's amazing what's going on. It's amazing. And some of them sitting here now nodding because they were the ones that brought it into our reality in fifth dimension. And they are a little bit smug, but rightly so.
Oh, excellent! And I'm really sort of stoked that the date of the fall of 2021 is when the actual major part of the shift. And of course, there were those who were shifting beforehand, but they didn't start schools and that type of thing, really educating everyone else to help with it, and before the major transition happened.
Yeah, and they did that together with the people that have passed on to an afterlife, because you met up and prepared this planet for the coming of the transition, for the masses to come into this reality. And you prepare that in many different ways, in many different areas, of course. Much of it went to healing and helping Mother Gaia to adjust to the new vibration. And of course I can go into the technical aspect of that, but I choose not to now.
No, very good. That's good. You can keep it simple as you can for us right now.
Yes.
No,
But many of you do that together with your past loved ones because you connect back when you have passed over, when you transcend. And those of you that transcend earlier, prepare this planet for the upcoming events.
no, very good.
And the
And
humanity, of course, not only the planet, the humanity and the infrastructure and all of that kind of thing. So we stepped in, many stepped into a made-up table. You just sit down and have your spoon and eat.
no, incredible.
Yes.
And I'm sort of curious. I've asked this before, and I've asked it with like three different people or what have you. But as far as the wars that were taking place on the planet, all of that is now history. Um,
Yes.
when did all the wars just stop happening? When did the peace finally settle over the planet? The true peace.
True peace take place 2021, 2022. There was still lingering a little bit fears. That was the reason that they couldn't transcend into another reality, and that was the people, that entities that was taking off the timeline to get help. But
Understood. Eh,
2022, we can say the peace is back on this planet again.
Excellent. So the shift happens, and then the vibration is just so high that it just dies down in a year.
Yeah, you can't hold that. You can't hold enough anger or jealousy to have the feeling that you want to go into a war. It's not possible to hold that. If you all the time are overwhelmed with positive and loving energy, you can't even feel that feeling anymore, so it's not possible.
Excellent. Most excellent. And then I'd heard in a it was just being discussed by someone who had passed on, and they were giving information about the shift, that when the shift happens, that those who actually shift with the planet, when they're basically coming in to full consciousness, do they wake up into it the next day, and or
Some
they're
of them do, but they need to adjust. So they got help from the already transcended entities to adjust to this vibration because it is you can say it's like you're getting a new job, you're getting a new reality in the way you're moving from one to another or buying a new house. You have to adjust for a while before it feels like home again. So they got a lot of help, many of them, but you, Hank, have no trouble to transcend into this. You're feeling home in whatever frequency you're in.
I was there a mass exodus on the planet as this shift happened? Did a lot of people just happen to die that year because the vibration was just too high, and they either hadn't chosen to go with the shift, or I
You're
was
going to notice that the birth rate is going down, and suddenly family that has 8, 10 children just have 1 children in the future. And that's the way this is taking place. It's not that they are going to, many of you, yes, decided it's time to step out of this because you know what's waiting for you. And you not want to linger on anymore in that dimension and that density. Many die but most of you die in a natural causes, not in suddenly a high rate of accident or anything like that. That would be
okay.
horrible. So yes, many decide now it's time for me to transcend, and they know how to, and they know where to. So yes, and also this is taking place now. If you check out the effects of the birth rate, it's getting down. It's lower and lower for every year now.
I know. Well, I'm in Houston, Texas, and our the obituary is large as the paper, as a normal everyday paper each Sunday.
Yes, yeah.
That's very interesting. Well, in 2046, I'll be 82 years old. But I guess I won't feel like an 82-year-old, huh?
Oh, you're looking good to be that old.
Oh, very good. And what this, okay.
I have a big trouble to take my eyes off that cat woman. She's so fucking beautiful. She's beaming. Oh, I almost get teary-eyed. Wow.
Those type of thoughts don't hold anyone back from ascending, do they? Those are just
No,
natural, our
yeah,
natural.
that's just love and feelings, and that you're going to excel with. You're not going to be a robot.
Okay.
That is a part of your soul, all of
No,
that.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, there was a question that we had about the importance of balance. The importance of balance, especially right now during this transition. What is the importance of balance during this transition between 2016, that we're at the very end of the year, 3 months left, or actually November, December, and then the 2021.
That is so very much important now, because that means that you need to reconnect to what is your uh, true purpose. And the balance is to try to balance the life you're living with your true purpose and sort that out and get that in order to be able to transcend as uh, smoothly as possible. So therefore we have many times told you that you have to connect back to your nature, you have to align yourself, you have to stop listening to fearmonger, you have to make up your mind in the way that you listen to your intuition and stop listening to all of that imprints that's given to you from media or wherever it's coming from in your system. You'll have to step out of that reality and align with yourself. That is so important now.
It's really interesting. You say I easily shift, and I know I'm doing a lot of work on this planet and as even as my human self to try and help people to awaken and to expand people's consciousness. But
That
I
is what
still
we're
like
doing
pornography.
now.
I'm sorry.
That is what we're doing now, isn't it?
Yes. Well, and obviously, if I shift easily, because I still like pornography, is that a horrible thing? It's only
No,
horrible if I believe it to be horrible. Is that correct or what?
it's not horrible. If you is aligned with whatever you do, it's okay. There is no judgment. If you like pornography, which I happen to know that the interest for that is not that big anymore for you, not to make you disappointed, but that's just the way you are. So, but it's no judgment, and that's okay. As long as you hold the intention of not doing harm, it's totally okay.
Understood. I just wanted to make that statement because I know that so many people are holding so much guilt about the incredible pleasures that one could have, even if it's just a visual stimulation in physicality, which I figured that's why it was created in the first place, but to do no harm and to keep a balance, to where it's not. So,
Yeah, the guilt is coming out of that people are aware that people are used outside their free will to perform things, and that's giving you guilt. And that should bring you guilt. But if someone participating in this on free will, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
understood. Okay, my next inquiry was about light workers. We use the term light worker because to me, I call myself a renegade member of the family of light. I am the bringer of the dawn, here to usher in a new day. And so the work that I do because I know light is information, and that when people have more light, they become enlightened. Now they have more understanding, as opposed to being held in the dark. It's so strange. People are always, I guess, looking for a reason to put a negative spin or connotation on something. The word light worker, how would you describe the word light worker? And do you think that my definition of light worker that I just gave is suffice or efficient?
It's efficient and it's a part of it, but it's a very big topic, this thing of talking about light workers, because we have all of us has different agendas, but we can say in a general explanation of this, that is the light workers that holding the energy of everything. They're holding that energy within them, and they cannot, and they are deliverance of this energy to wherever it needed, in whatever form it needed, in whatever place it's needed. They are there to deliver this energy, and you are the holder of the energy, all of your light workers and light beings. A little bit difference between light workers and light beings, but to explain it simply, it's that you're holding energy and you're giving it where it needed to be, and that is a big task, and it can be heavy for many of you, but you are strong souls and knowledgeable souls, and you're doing this out of the purpose of your soul. It's a part of it's a part of your soul to being that kind of light worker.
Understood. And this energy that we're holding, to me, just by your explanation, would be unconditional love, because I believe unconditional love knows what it needs to do in all scenarios, and it's going to keep balance and also not do any harm or perpetrate against anyone in any way. Only what's needed is how it's needed.
That is the foundation of all, yes.
Very
but
good.
It's also different kind of energy that you hold. It depends on what kind of work you took up on yourself in your contract to do. You're holding one form of healing energy, one form of teaching energy, but it's all had the purpose in or the foundation for all of this is bringing out unconditionally love. That is the source, unconditionally love. And that is the energy you're holding. And you have to understand that many of you light worker, and we acknowledge this and understand that many of you have a hard time to put up boundaries for yourself, and you are a little bit vulnerable in that case, but you have some time where you live now and where you receive now to have boundaries, because you can be victims for people that just wanted to have free access to the energy, and their purpose is not for the higher best. So it's just to fulfill their ego or their personal needs, and that is not meant to be with this energy. This energy is meant for the collective best or for the society best, not for the individual. It's going to benefit everyone, of course, but the foundation is to bring it out in proportion to where it needs to be in different kind of work you're doing. Some of you doing healing, some of you sharing art, some of you doing music, some of you, it's many different forms, but the foundation is bring out this love energy.
I believe some people have the capacity to present more energy than others, depending on their vibrational capacity, and
yes.
And so, if in fact one thinks that they're being used or whatever, they have yet, but just to speak up, and I think being honest and being clear about it, you know what I mean, is very important as well.
But we want to acknowledge that it's sometimes where you are now in the third dimension, it's for you, there's so much judgment put upon you're human in that dimension, and that, of course, you are a human, so you are affected by it also. But you have to understand that your purpose is not to fulfill any more tasks than what you took upon yourself to do when you manifested here. Your soul contract is what you need to fulfill with, because that holds the foundation energy of love, unconditional love. People sometimes say there is not such thing as unconditional love, and in a way they are right, because they can always be used in the wrong way. That is what we mean about saying that it's important for you to use your intuition with this. Your intuition is your communication with your soul. That's the simple way to explain it. It's your soul communicate to your mental state and your body by talking to your intuition. And if you listen to that, you will be on the right path, and nothing bad is going to happen to you ever. But many light workers and other people choose to not listen to that because there's many other influences.
What is this place? What's going on? She'll tell you.
Oh, we are in Stockholm, not in England. We're protesting against the social inequality and all of that things that we don't have the power of our own life.
And does she recognize you to be Lars and know what you're doing with Hank?
Yeah, she's nodded head.
Oh, very good. And why are you being shown this particular place?
Because this is exactly what you're doing now, in a different way. You protest against all unfair treatment of humanity. You're trying to open people's eyes to what is important, and you have done this lifetime after lifetime after lifetime.
Oh, very good. And
we're walking up a big street, and there are thousands of people behind me and in front of me now. Really big protest.
And what part of the country or the world are you in?
I think I'm in UK because they're talking British around me.
Oh, very good. And by anything that you look at, can you tell what year it is?
1936.
Oh, very good. And where is this crowd headed?
We're heading to the government house.
Oh, understood. And
We
is
are
there
just
anyone?
tired of them using us almost as slaves.
Is there anyone in your immediate area that you know and that is there with you?
And there's a lady by my side, I recognize her. I think that is my sister Chandra.
Oh, very good. And I want you to ask Sharon, what is the...
I'm standing on the street in some kind of city. There's a lot of people surrounding me.
Oh, very good. And I just want you to look at yourself. Are you male or female?
And male.
How old are you?
20, 25 something.
Oh, very good. Do you feel nice and healthy?
Yes, but I feel angry. A little bit angry.
What are you wearing?
I think it's some kind of old military clothes, but
Oh, very good. And do you have anything with you? Do you have any signs or?
yeah, I have a sign in my hand.
I knew that. What does your sign say?
Yeah, I have to translate it. It says, we want our rights back. We don't want to stand for this.
And how many people are there? And where are you? What are you standing in front of? Now to give us an idea of what the shift and what the planet will be like after.
Sure, she asked me to step into a car.
Oh, very good. We had a few short questions that we had a desire to ask about while we were here, and obviously she already knows, and we're very appreciative. And so, any year beyond 2020, she's the incredible navigator. Let her take. You will be there in the count of. Well, actually, just let me tell you. Just tell me what she does. I won't even.
She's sitting in the driver's seat on the car, and she asked me, "Sir, what do you want to go? Where do you want to go?"
Tell her
and I say, beyond 2020.
And
no problem.
Oh, man. Very, very good. And tell her preferably beyond the shift.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. And tell me what happens.
We just take off, and we just now driving in a total white light.
Beautiful. As where you are now, does it get this bad again in your linear expression as Lars?
No, not in this way, because it changed all of the way the government treated us. We are not longer slaves to the system. We are breaking free, and that even cost some lives. There were military shooting into the crowd in an earlier rally we had.
Oh, very good. And is there anything of particular importance besides the information that she has just given you that you need to have to take with you from this particular session that we do today?
She said, I show you this just to make you understand that you are on the same path that you have been in many lifetimes, and you're still walking that path, and you are on the right direction with your contract.
Excellent. And tell her you're very appreciative for this opportunity.
Yes.
And knowing that she's an incredible navigator, I'd like for you to ask her, can she take you, please, into the year 2020 and beyond in our linear expression?